Okay guys, here's a very special episode of us over here on MP27 Reviews because for the first time in around a year, or maybe a little over a year, I'm reviewing a video game, but this time I brought help. My colleague, my friend, John Cockrell.
What's up?
We worked together in the field, in the heat of battle, per se.
The video war?
Yes.
I guess you can call it.
I'd call it that.
You can go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, he has a PlayStation. I have an Xbox. We both, at the same time, played Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
Metal Gear. Metal Gear.
And now we have Jack Bauer in it with Kiefer Sutherland. And honestly, I didn't mind.
He did a good job. He did a hella good job, man.
Yeah, I mean, I miss David Hayter, but I don't mind that Kiefer Sutherland is there because with a talent like Kiefer Sutherland...
And also, you know, this game is way more realistic, I guess you can say. Darker tone, and I feel...
Yeah, this...
Sutherland did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is easily the darkest Metal Gear of the series. It's got some funny moments that are kind of hidden away, but it's pretty dark. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someone kicked a puppy in this, like the future installments of this now.
More like a little Mark II Metal Gear.
Yeah, that could work, But, you know, it has to be a small, adorable animal to crush your dreams. In terms of visuals, this game is incredible.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen.
And yeah,
especially for like we're playing on current console, or not current, but
last gen.
I can't believe
we can't afford your next gen people.
Yeah, but anyway, it still looks really good on past stuff. Like wow, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Wow, like,
yeah,
they're pretty damn good. Like texture wise, you know, bit mapping, everything looks amazing.
At Night with the Rain, it probably is the best visuals I've seen on an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3, hands down.
Yeah.
The level of detail they put into like the hair moving or just every little bit when you're crawling on the ground, it's just, you notice those little details and it's a really nice thing to pick up on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like, yeah, with like what you're saying with that, like the lighting for the, like the whole mission that you do is like phenomenal.
Because Ground Zeroes, we should establish that. Ground Zeroes is essentially a mission revolving around Big Boss going in to rescue some POWs. And so the main mission takes place over the course of this one night on this one base. Hence why it's a two-part, because this is kind of introducing you to the new style of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
So this one is sort of a taste of what's to come. And so the game itself, there's day missions, but that's a whole separate thing. The nighttime mission is what you're there for, and that it just really shows that they're putting it all in on this.
Yeah, man, like, after I found out about the game was only lasts around 2 hours is usually the campaign goes. But seriously, like, after you beat that campaign, you know, like, you get all these extra missions, and it's like,
yeah.
And we paid $30 for this game, and I was just like, wow, like, I really thought it was only going to be this, you know, this one campaign. But no, you get all these extra features. And also, of course, the exclusive missions, you know.
If you want to call it that. For me, I'm a little bit butthurt over the fact that I found out my exclusive mission, because they have hidden items, and if you find the hidden items, you unlock exclusive missions for your particular console. I'm a little butthurt after I saw what the PlayStation got compared to the Xbox.
Yeah. Deja vu mission. Don't want to spoil it too much if you don't know, but if you know Metal Gear, if you play the original Metal Gear, it's gonna take you back to the past, like.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, we're talking like original PlayStation 1 even, like you sit there and go, oh my god, this is what I remember, this is so cool that they put this in there as a hidden gem. For the Xbox 360, you pretty much get Remember that moment that you beat Injustice Gods Among Us and got all of the challenges and spent hundreds of hours like doing the stupid little tasks like shooting a batarang with your heat vision and you get a Superman skin? Yeah, without spoiling anything. Yeah. It's kind of like that. So that's a negative for the Xbox. So if you
But the game's still great on the Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Like, I don't have an Xbox. I'm not used to the controller. But the controls are basically the same thing as the PlayStation. I understood how to play the game control-wise, like, right when you gave me the controller. I was like, it's easy.
Yeah, once you get used to that world of Metal Gear, because Metal Gear has unique controls on any console standards.
Yeah.
It's not your conventional control scheme. But once you get the feel of it, it fits like a glove, and it almost feels weird to go to other games because it feels less natural in other games than what Metal Gear has. So this game, unlike the other Metal Gears, has a lot of different ways that you can approach this game. You can go very in-depth into the story and just immediately plow through that. Or, they give you a vast, how big would you say, like a military base?
Well, people have been calling it's basically like Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
In a way. It's a pretty big facility. There's multiple areas and parts to it. There's like the big bases that's kind of like, it's not in the middle, but there's like one part that's kind of like the big base part, and then there's a small little like hostage
the barracks
camps
and they had like an airfield. And then the command center with the offices and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you get this vast, expansive area. They give you your objectives, but they don't tell you, go do your objective right now. You can say, oh, the path to get to my objective is this way. How about I go this way and see what's over here? And that's how you find a lot of cool stuff.
Especially when you get to interrogate people.
Oh,
because
yeah.
then you learn about, if you come up to a guy, get him, and then interrogate the soldier. He might give you some intel, and then oh look, there's a item right there, and he marks it on your map, and hey, I got something else I gotta do. It's like they get like you explore, and that's one thing I like about this one is like I loved 4, but the thing about 4 is that game was very linear compared to all the other ones, in my opinion. But with this one, they allowed you to explore a lot more with it, and then I don't know, it was a really good experience. Like because at first I was like, $30 for this, but then I've been playing it for almost 2 days straight, and I'm just like, this was money worth, man.
Yeah. Anytime I get the opportunity to play this game, because it's one of those games that's quick, but at the same time there's so much to it that you don't necessarily need to play the main story. You can just kind of run around, get extra things, pick up these badges. You can find hidden guns or just little tiny Easter eggs to other parts of the Metal Gear series. And you just get a lot of little tidbits like that. And so you find yourself running through going, okay, this time just going to be a full-on action here, running with a rocket launcher and stuff. And they really make it so you can play it how you want to play it.
Yeah, because seriously, like, people who've never played Metal Gear, they could play this game and just play the way they want to. If they don't want to do stealth, they don't have to do stealth. They can just full out COD. Just go COD, man. Just like go around, just start, spraying, praying.
Just wasting guys away. Or, some of the more hardcore fans of the series will go through and try and, not kill any enemies the entire time and still complete their objectives without anybody ever knowing that they're there. And just all these different ways you can do it. I've replayed the game now, I think about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I have done it a different way every time.
Yeah, me too. Like, first time I played it I was trying to go stealth, and then slowly later on, I got spotted and I had to do a little bit of action, but I kept it mostly stealth. The second time I played, I felt like just going as a shooter, so I went in and out, just spread and prayed the whole time. And then, third time I was playing the other missions, it's like...
Yeah. And it doesn't feel lacking in any of the ways where it's like, oh, you can play action, but it's not built for that. They really let you breathe in this one. Which is why I was talking to you earlier about this, that I feel like if people are unsure about if they want to get into Metal Gear, that this would be the perfect way, because it's only $30 on the old consoles, and it's short, it gets you a little bit of a sample of what the world of Metal Gear is like, and it gives you all these things that you can do if you're like an achievement, just guru and stuff, it really gives you all of that so they can kind of get into it and then maybe see what the rest of the world is like.
Yeah. And, like, there's not a lot of story for this one, though there is some story.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it does give you into the gameplay and just the world itself. Like, you know, this is Snake, you know, this is what he does, this is what he does good.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not really a spoiler, but those of you who are fans of the series and you haven't played this yet, when it does end, it doesn't really end there for you. You're not like, that's it, because it does give you a lot more than you really think.
That's what I thought when I was like, is that it? But I was like, no.
Yeah, I think the first thing I said was, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, me too. I was like, really? That's it? But then, no, you get stuff. You
Yeah.
get a lot more, and I'm still playing right now. Like, well, after we're done with this, I'm gonna probably start playing.
I'm probably going to play it a little bit more. I totally forgot this game is so short. The only reason I remember that this game is so short is because people keep bashing it over the head that, oh man, it's not a full game and stuff. It's $30, for God's sake.
And if you don't want to pay $30, get it download 20.
Yeah, and you know, I love Halo, but you know, the Halo expansion, which is about the same amount of runtime, was $60. So, sorry guys, it's still the same kind of concept. I think we should score it. The hardest thing is really just kind of factoring everything together. I normally do film reviews, so for me doing game reviews, it's a little bit different. I haven't really found any glitches or anything, so I can't knock it down pegs for glitches. It's a real tightly packed.
It's solid. I haven't discovered any glitches yet.
Would you find it's Metal Gear Solid?
Oh God! Oh no! Hey!
Hey, we're cool.
Yeah.
I can't really knock it down for glitches. Can't really take it for. I mean, visuals amazing. So I mean, all in all, as a Metal Gear fan, I have to probably say that this is in the high 90s. So I'm gonna go with a 95% because I want a little more. I want more. And that's namingly, I think I could have gone higher if I had the PlayStation DLC. So that's really the only thing that's bringing it down for me, is seriously the DLC.
Maybe you should get yourself a PlayStation.
I have a PlayStation, it's just not in this state. Yeah.
Well, they're getting cheaper.
They are getting cheaper, it's just that I'm a very cheap
I
person.
don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would actually, that was like the same score I would have gave it. 95, yeah. 95, because the only problem I could say is, yeah, it's short, and it is $30 and it is a little pricey, but it's basically how you play the game. If you play the game and do everything, then it's going to be worth your money.
Absolutely.
If you're going to play it and just play the campaign and that's all, you're not going to get your money's worth,
Yeah.
It's kind of how you play.
Yeah, it really is. I personally think that I'm going to get hours and hours more out of this. The creator of it, Hideo Kojima, even said himself that this game can easily last over, he said somewhere around 9 or 10 hours, which is not bad. Especially with finding all the little extra content. And I'm not normally one to go hunting for everything.
Me either, man.
I like Batman. Batman games are some of my favorite games, but I will never find all the Riddler trophies because there's like 500 of those things. I can't find them all. But this one, I find myself going, let's see if we can figure out where this thing is, and I need to find this target out of a whole crowd of people. Let me spend the next 4 hours trying to figure out where they are. And so I find there's a lot of replayability in that, so I really recommend that you guys go get it.
Last thought. Phantom Pain.
Phantom
Can't
Pain.
wait.
Phantom Pain is probably going to be one of the best games ever made, and
For like a long time, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we have to wait a while for it, guys, I know, but it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I remember when I reviewed the Phantom Pain trailer.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, a long time ago. I got on my webcam because it was immediately out, and I was like, I gotta talk about this. Because it's one of those games. Metal Gear is one of those story-engrossing games that you want to talk about it. Because I find myself geeking out whenever I find another Metal Gear fan on the street, and it's like, oh my god, you know what that is too?
Oh, yes. Metal Gear geekiness.
Yes. So while we reminisce, please like and
Pick
subscribe.
up this game.
Pick up this game too. And then reminisce with us and like and subscribe.
Of course.
Always good to have John on the show. Well, this is his first time on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
He was one of the people who finally convinced me to actually play the Metal Gear games. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of cool that you're on the show with
Kind
me here.
of made your life a little better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know?
You know, that makes a lot of nights just better, where you're like, oh man, today sucked, but oh, I have Metal Gear at home.
I got Snake with me.
Yeah, I got Snake on my side, and Raiden when he's not whining. And not...
That's only in 2.
Yeah, that's only in 2, but I actually really like 2. But
Yeah,
that's
it
a
is.
review for another day. Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Peace.